One of the challenges presented by the Quran to prove its authenticity is to produce the following, according to Surah Al-Baqarah. We read in Ayat 23 to 24 the following, quote, "If you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant Muhammad, then produce a surah the like thereof, and call upon your witnesses other than Allah, if you should be truthful. But if you do not, and you'll never be able to, then fear the fire whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the disbelievers." Unquote. And yes, before anyone says it, yes, I am aware that there is a website that has sought to answer this challenge called SurahLikeIt.com, and I'm also aware that Anis Shirosh has also accepted this challenge. David Wood of Answering Muslims has pointed out in the past the subjectivity and the absurdity of this challenge when he and Robert Spencer debated controversial Muslim leaders Anjem Choudhury and Omar Bakri, which can be found in the description below. There is a link to the debate so you can see it for yourself. Now, is this even a good challenge from the Quran or not? No, for two reasons. One, it is too subjective. People can argue back and forth as to what makes a good surah and pretty much argue repeatedly and not getting anywhere. The conversation doesn't go anywhere. Two, it's a cop-out. It's nothing more than a trump card excuse by the Quran itself to justify its existence, and seems to be a means to dismiss evidence that may refute it. Imagine if someone asked me to produce a screenplay like Star Trek II Wrath of Khan or The Dark Knight. If my screenplay happened to be similar in terms of writing quality to these brilliant masterpieces of cinema, would it be the case universally? Would I have made a screenplay like Nicholas Meyer and his co-writers, or the Nolan brothers? No, because while there are standards to art, what makes a classic film is subjective to a certain degree. My screenplay could be phenomenal, which isn't the case with my writing because I'm not a very good screenwriter. But hey, that can be improved. And some of my audience could believe that it comes close to Nicholas Meyer's writing or the Nolan brothers' writing, but others who are big fans of The Dark Knight or Wrath of Khan may disagree with those who say this. Likewise, a Christian or anyone who has read the Quran, or to go further, assume they have read the Arabic and understand Arabic. They may think they have produced a surah like the Quran. The Muslims themselves would disagree and pretty much throw the newly made surah under the bus because they think it's not a surah that even matches that of the Quran. There are quotes I can provide in the description below. I've linked to a debate between Sam Shamoun and Osama Abdullah on Muhammad being a true prophet. If you click on the first link, you'll be able to see the exact positions and times where Shamoun and Abdullah talk about this, where they talk about in the Q&A the subject of the surah like the Quran. The link will take you to the specific video that talks about this, and you can also find the full debate in another link in the description below. One can go back and forth on what makes a good surah like the Quran, but ultimately the whole argument from the Quran itself is a vacuous argument, and to be honest, doesn't say anything to prove the Quran. Think on this. Thanks for watching.